Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on things. Specifically, we need to get to a higher rank. So that means one of two things. Either we need to become independent, which is doable but maybe slightly spooky, or we need to get ourselves a kingdom tier appointment. Now that basically means that we need to be a powerful family and have a number of other things. That's probably not going to end up happening this life. For one thing, the liege is very angry at us, but that's fine for now. I do want to continue to work on our luxurious visitor wing here, so that'll be fine. We have too many counties, yes, that's understood. We are still above our domain limit, that is also understood. So for now, this is reasonably fine. We will be expanding our power base very shortly here. We're waiting on our phase duration to get us a little bit closer here. I think, yeah, we don't actually need a sycophant. This is absolutely fine for now. Our son is losing or done. Okay, we should take action on that. So that is this right here. Yeah, that's going to be potentially a problem. So we need to influence his candidacy for the province of Erdun. And this is going to be 416 to put him first in line. Okay, what if we did this guy here for Erdun, and instead we deducted 20 from him? That's cheaper. So let's do that. And then we might be able to do it again here for the province of Erdun. And then this would be another one here, bringing him down to 293. Now, if we were to influence this, and we'd want him to be in Erdun, we could do a medium contribution here. This would boost him by like 20 in theory, but we can hold off on that. We're going to need a little bit more influence. That's understood. Let's execute this scheme. And we are successful. Excellent. So that's an expanded power base for only 10 years. Really? Interesting. I expected that to go to our estate, like our family, permanently. Huh. That's very good to know. So that's interesting for sure. And we're working on swaying the Basilius here. I don't expect much to happen with that, to be honest. So for now, that's absolutely fine. Now, there is an interesting option here, which is that we could potentially restore Israel. In order for this to happen, we would need to completely control Outre-Jourdain, which is fine. We can actually do that. That is just taking over this guy's location right here. So if we did a duchy expansion here, which we could just about do, it wouldn't take very long to be able to do that, then we would have what we needed in that regard. And he's actually being attacked right now. Okay. This is the conquest of the Sheikdom of Mecca, and this is Alaki. What is Alaki? Down here. Okay, we don't care about that then. So we have time to wait. That is absolutely fine. No issues there. So, we do want to get our liege a bit happier with us. That would be good. He's very angry right now. We could send him a gift, and this would gain actually 78 opinion for 206 gold. That's pretty good. I'm going to do that, and that's going to boost up his opinion of us to minus 23, which is not bad. So that seems good for now. And our luxurious visitor wing has been finished. Actually, hang on. Oh, we're out of gold. Now we could do an upgrade. I was going to say, are we maxed? But no, there's no way. So we're going to get that going. And I do want, with this extra influence that we got, I do want to make sure that our son is in charge here. This is only 4 reasons. Interesting. So we want to make sure that this is for Erdun, and we want him to be in first place here. So that would be 168. Okay, we'll have enough for that on the next month tick. So there we go. Now we have enough. We'll get that going. He is now ahead. I want to check in on Antioch. Okay, this guy is a jerk. We need to reduce his in Antioch. So we can reduce this by 20. But we're going to need more there. So that's understood. Antioch is going to be a potential problem. I would like to just get independence, but I don't know of a way that we can lose the administrative government. I don't actually know that we can do that. Maybe that's something that we would need to talk to the liege about. So, request administration change? No, this is the administration types. Is there any way to exit from being an administrative realm? Because that's our major problem right now. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to stop being an administrative realm, at least not while we're a vassal. So we'd basically have to be in leadership here. So there are a few options. We could have this guy declare us regent. He has 99 reasons to not do that right now. Fair enough. And then there's co-emperor here. House heads of powerful families, so we would have to be a powerful family for that. If we look in here, we're taking a malice for our current state faith. That's for sure. That would bring us up to 106. So we would be like right here where House Singe is. Okay. So we're on the upper side here, but we'd like to get this up a lot higher. I feel like the best way to do this at this point is to just take more territory and maybe say that we don't actually care about our realm size. Maybe. We can't have duchies under us, so we're kind of in an awkward situation here. In order to go up in terms of our rank overall, it's going to be really, really rough because we need to raise up our power level, which would basically mean members of our family having other governorships, perhaps. That might be the way to go, actually, is by, like, supplanting, say, this guy. So that's maybe a theoretical option. If we looked at the viceroyalty here, we're not in this at all. Male preference, appointment, succession. Any adult in the realm may strive to attain a governorship through various means from scheming to spending influence. So, as a hypothetical, if we were to take this place, put a member of our family into it, and then grant that back to him, and then start investing in our family member, that might do the trick. And then our family member would get eventually this viceroyalty, if we were able to pull that off. Then that would A, mean that the Flaginus family here, House Flaginus, would be less powerful, perhaps not powerful at all. House Flaginus is right here, right below this. Okay. So they're a noble family. They are not a powerful family or a dominant family. How did they get that viceroyalty? Did they just start with it? They may have just started with it. Because if you go into, we actually have to go in here. If you go into here and look at the elevated governorship, you have to be a member of a powerful or dominant family. So I think what that means is we want to start getting some family members into some of these areas, right? Specifically, we want to get our family, ideally, into these powerful families. So, what does raiding the estate actually do? Gives us gold. Okay, I don't really care about that. Slander. Sure. Challenge status. This is stealing influence. And the powerful family rating of House di Cosenza would be reduced by 5%. Ours would not be reduced by that. Or rather, ours would not be increased by that. But we would gain influence. So we could work on that. And this secrecy is probably enough. It's only 29 secrecy, but that should be okay. There's a lot of people refusing to go against a powerful member of the realm like this, but we could have our steward do it. So we could simply bribe him, and that would be 100 gold. And that'll reduce the phase duration nicely. And then for the socialite, yeah, they're refusing to go against this powerful family. So that's noted. 43-day duration right now. So if we were to bring this guy in, well, we need money for that. So for now, let's just leave this be. We'll start building up a few advantages. So that looks okay. We need to do some scheming, I think, here in order to get this done. Now, taking this and granting that to one of our children and then elevating him up and then maybe killing the current leader, that might not be a bad idea. I think that's probably not terrible. We just inherited this Torma, and we do not want to hold this. So we're going to grant this out. We can upgrade this, but there's no reason to at this moment. So we're just going to grant that right now, and we need a new Spy Master. This guy will do. Okay, so that seems like an interesting concept. So I do want to work towards that. The question is, can we do that scheme type at the same time? So this would be a boundary dispute of Aintab right up over here. We don't have the... Okay, this would abandon this scheme. Understood. We need to wait for the influence anyway, so that seems relatively fine. Okay, so at this point, we're working this up. We do want to get a new socialite in here. So all of these guys are refusing. We need at least 30... or actually 31 days. Okay. So we can just go down through here, minus 50, minus 45, minus 35. We'll have to combine together some things here, I suspect. Coastal quarantine is fine. So that'll be absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I think we'll have to combine together some sources here. So we could bring this guy in. A hefty bribe and prestige would do the trick, but I'm much more interested in leveraging scheme advantages. And then as far as these go, yeah, these guys are not willing to come in. Presumably, yeah, relative powerful family rating. Fair enough. Wait a second. This lady would join. 31. That looks good. And then what about an intermediary here? What's the best that we could do here? I see a 16. That would bring us up to 76, which would be enough. That would do the trick. Okay, so actually 77. So that looks great. As far as bringing in a socialite goes, the best that we're going to get here, I think, is going to be this guy. So we want to do a bribe and then leverage our scheme advantages, but I think we're going to have to do the X5. So we've got 4 right now, and we're going to need to wait for this to come through. This is okay. So we're just going to wait an additional 20 days, and we have died. Okay, never mind. So we're going to continue as this guy. Unfortunately, we lost our done. So that is noted. Everything else remained with us. Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to immediately move us back into wealth focus, and these are fine for the moment. What's our education trait? It is Fortune Builder. Looks good. So we're at 7 of 6 for our domain holdings right now. Halab is fine. Yeah, but we lost Tiberius here. So we need to deal with this guy. We have to boundary dispute this right now. We're intending to hold this personally. So that's, of course, a bit of a problem for us. We do have this spouse right now. Okay, 12. That's noted. I want her to be on managed domain. 7 of 7. Ideal. Okay, so that looks good. We need a steward here, and we need a spy master here. Okay. So I'm intending for this life to be fairly heavy into the scheming, ideally. But we're also going to do a lot of gold investments here. I'm looking through here to see if we have anybody that we can speed this up with. This is not amazing. Yeah, people aren't willing to join just on their own right now. And that's because we're not established. Hello, I saw one here. Hang on. 12. Well, it's better than nothing. So we'll bring this guy in, bring our phase duration down. So that looks good for now. We're going to get Tiberius under our control, and then I want to push into Aintab. So our influence is going to be slowly working up. That seems fine for the moment. Okay, here in Nablus, I do want to build a farms and field. Okay, so now, if we look in at this guy, opinion of predecessor is only -5, so he's not very upset. I want to immediately be working on swaying him. Scheme odds are poor, but we'll give it a go. It's going to be pretty slow. In our estate, I want to be working on some more of these upgrades. So, yeah, this is absolutely something we want to get done there. That's going to be a very, very quick build, so that looks good. Okay, so everything is looking relatively fine here. We do need to work up this scheme, so we want to bring in a bureaucrat here. This is going to need to be at least 33 on the speed, so that's not too bad. 33 would be down, you know, here, right? So -14 reasons, that's not bad at all. We can probably get that fairly easily. So that looks good. We do have a dangerous faction right now, and our player heir has no spouse. So our brother is our player heir. That makes sense. So luxurious bed chambers have been completed. At this point, I want to hop in here, and we're going to further reduce our personal scheme length and success chance. So that looks fine. And now we're just waiting on this to limited administration. Okay, sure. Oh, we have duties of the strategos already. We already have this? Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll happily take that. So that's fantastic. Over here in Buzra, I want to upgrade this watchtower then. So that sounds good, and there's our third advantage here. So now what I want to do is I want to bring in this guy. 4 reasons not to. We're going to have to go up to 5. Okay, well, let's see what we've got for options here, shall we? 16. It's probably good enough for now. Okay, what else do we have? 20. Looks good. Bringing us up to 66. I think we're fine on this front. So who else would we be willing to, or rather would be willing to come in here? That would be, I did see someone. 9? It's enough, but barely. It's barely enough. Okay, so 495 gold, yes. I do want that major disease recovery. We'll go into debt. That's okay. We finished promoting culture. We should definitely be working on promoting more culture. We can't do that in Tiberius right now, but we can head up over here. Okay, that seems fine. Our brother is losing Palmyra. I don't actually care about our brother. This is okay. So here in our estate in Jerusalem, we're going to want to continue to boost these up. Friendly exchanges. Okay, sure. So we're going to need another advantage here to bring in our faster phase durations. That'll be good. Statuary courtyards. Okay, never a peasant's lot is to serve their lord. We'll deal with those. So for now, I want to hop in here and build something. We don't have the gold. Right. We do not have the gold. So where are these peasants at? They're up here in Halab? Okay. Well, we'll just raise up a few forces here. No big deal. And in we go. Also Aleppo. Oh, this is in Aleppo. Okay. I was going to say, hang on a moment. Okay, so this is dealt with. That's perfect. So be it. Disband. Fantastic. So we're going to come out of debt in this next month tick here. That looks good. Everything is proceeding pretty okay. I want to bring in somebody here to drop this down. So this is going to need to be at least 33 skill. And this guy's 35. So we can leverage our scheme advantages and bring him in. Perfect. Now we're going to have nice fast phases. But we need to have 20 phases here. We're at -77, and this is barely going up at all. So this is going to take a while. Wow, I'm surprised that this is only growing by 3.6%. It's based on our diplomacy, so okay. Well, our level of influence has gone up. We are now considered persuasive, so that is good. And we'll continue to do this for now. Oh, this Torma. Sure, we don't want to hold this. So we're going to grant this out. This is going to be absolutely too much for us. There we go, putting us back at 7 of 7. Excellent. And I want to check in on the status of this duchy up here. Not created. So our liege is just not bothering to create that. Okay. Very rude of him. I do want to get an upgrade going. Our farms and fields will be fine. War declaration restricted. Okay, we can still wage an external law, or external wars, so that's fine. Ooh, a new governance issue. Where is this? Up over here, predatory beasts? Let's go. So we're going to travel up there. This will be through a couple of locations here. We can probably just take mercenary guards and have it be fine. Alternatively, the desert warrior would be cheaper, and that would do the trick too. So let's do that. Fantastic. Off we go. We'll become the owner of the Water of Jordan. That seems fine. 75 prestige and pilfered provisions. Only a 1% chance of death. Let's give it a go. I think we're okay. So that is good. I don't want to gain an army of men here. This is not going to be a thing. I don't want to spend gold on this either. We'll just lose a little bit of stress. That's... Okay. So this is looking fine. We're just going to make our way on up here. 50-50 or 43-57. Well, it was a success. Good. That was a 50-50 chance. So that is fantastic. So we gained a little bit of influence there. That's great. We need to work up our influence substantially. Absolutely substantially. We could definitely burn this guy at the stake. That seems very, friendly. No doubt about that. Okay, so everything is looking good on that front. We're about to finish up a conversion up over here. That looks good. And loopholes have now been completed over in Buzeron. So that's over here, yeah. Excellent. We gained a level of devotion, which is fine. And we can now get a construction going here. We're basically converting gold into influence at this time. Now, this is growing very slowly. We have terrible diplomacy, and that is understood. So, to that end, I wouldn't mind... Provincials, indeed. Meticulous management? What would this be? Popular opinion plus 30? Actually, I'll take the holding taxes. So that sounds good. We finished up converting faith, and we absolutely want to work on Jaffa next. So we'll get that going. We're all the way up to 20 advantages here at this point, but we have a ways to go on growing this. So that is absolutely going to take a little while. We started very low. So as you can see, we've accumulated over 115% on this. But we're working our way up. So that looks good. Do we want to praise this guy's youthful vigor? Yes. That'll be fine. So we just inherited Masyaf. We don't, of course, want to hold this. Let's just grant this right on out. That'll be perfect. Our counselor died, and that was our chancellor. We'll put in this guy. So, yeah, our diplomacy is currently 6. That's, that's not great. So that is noted. But I definitely want to get Tiberius back under our control. So we're 35% there. For now, let's hop down to Gaza, and let's get an upgrade going here. There we go. The plan goes well. We'll gain 20 days of progress. Cool. So that looks fine. Game sightings, huh? Sure. Undermined governance? How rude. How very, very rude. Let's hop into our Grand Estate and get an upgrade going on our... whatever these are. Our sumptuous decorations. Sure. And granges and tithe barns have been completed in Damascus, so that is, of course, fantastic. We will continue earning this money. We will say Hebrews are of superior moral fiber, because we want the prestige. So we'll continue to work that up for now. And we're up to 60%. If we were to execute this right now, this would be at an 84% success chance. So we want to continue to let this come up a little bit more. We can cap it at 95. So that looks good. This guy's proposing an alliance. I'm going to decline that for now. 500 diplomacy lifestyle experience. I guess we'll take that. Not that it'll really get us anything, but that'll be fine. So we're at 75. Now we can execute this and be at the maximum success chance. So let's do that. And we were successful. Tiberius is ours. We're back up to 8 of 7 domain, which we expect. And now I want to station this guy in Tiberius, which is going to be deactivated for right now. That's a little awkward. I'm going to grant out Aleppo. Our liege doesn't seem interested in creating this. If he does end up creating it, we can always take it back later. So for now, that'll be fine. I just want to get Tiberius online. So sumptuous decorations have been completed in the Zadoki estate. That's excellent. Next, we can upgrade our wine room, or we can upgrade our book collection. So this would be the monthly learning lifestyle or monthly learning lifestyle. Yeah. Personal physician aptitude is, I guess, okay. So we'll get going on that. They won't take very long to construct, and they're not very expensive either. So that sounds good. We're having a tough time swaying this guy, but it doesn't really matter. It's absolutely fine. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're probably going to see about getting into the Viceroyalty of Rum here. I think we should send a family member out over this direction and see if we can infiltrate this a little bit. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.